really strange. But did everyone have a good Christmas and New Year? We all good? All happy smiley faces. Unscathed, that's always a good way of doing it, isn't it?
Last Christmas Day I was in A&E in Harlow with my son.
That's always a good thing. Last Christmas I had COVID and didn't realise. Until Boxing Day after I'd done all the stress and I was like, whoa. Right, we got Gavin with us today, who is absolutely amazing, and I'd like to thank him for coming back and joining us tonight and opening up our new year. So everyone, welcome Gavin. It's lovely to see him. Do you want to do opening prayer or something, or do you want me to do it? It's up to you.
Yeah, I'll go for it.
Go for it then.
All right, so as I was saying, it's been an interesting journey. All sorts of things have happened. I had to change watches, go back from my phone, set everyone to stick on the windscreen. Interesting shopping centre, roundabout, which is covered in cones, but I went through anyway.
Yep.
So yeah, all sorts. So we'll see what happens. Okay. So well, I probably says about your mobiles. If you're on silent.
They know the drill, and if they're not, then
vibrate unless it's a message from upstairs, and then we'll take it. Okay. That's pretty good. All right. So if you'd like to join me, Great Spirit, I ask tonight that you join us to give evidences of the two worlds. We like the unusual, the bizarre, the funnies, simple communication so that I can relay it to the congregation here. We ask for brotherhood and sisterhood within our meeting tonight. We ask for enlightenment. We ask to feel your presence for those evidences. And I ask that we can work in your love, light, name and protection. Amen.
Thank you. I'll let you chill for a minute while I do all my rubbish. You have a chill. You all know the drill by now. I have got my lovely healing book here. You can put your names in afterwards if you want to. If you miss doing it now, it's whatever. The energy still gets there. All the lovely energy and all the smiles and the laughter and the fun and the love that we're raising today will be going out in their general direction. So, Great Spirit, as we gather here at the start of a new year, we ask that all love, light and healing we raise be sent to all those who have in need or in suffering at home and far away. We got Maureen and family, Darren, Michael, Caledonia, Dougie, Hayley, Scott, Craig, Katie, Sue, Sam, Robert, Irene, Gemma, Maureen, Roy and Jenny. So if you could just take a moment just to think of them just in a better position than they are now, just surround them by lots of love and light and healing, and just send all their good thoughts their way. That's lovely. Thank you very much. I'm not going to make you work really hard tonight because it's all good. I've got a very, very tiny little reading here. It's a very, very quick one. It's just about how spirit can send comfort and send things in mysterious ways that you don't always expect. And it's a lady called Alison, and she says, glancing over at my dad Peter on the train, I couldn't help but smile. Isn't it beautiful, he said, looking out of the window. We were on board the Flying Scotsman, careening through the countryside after I'd won a trip in a newspaper competition. We travelled from London to Stratford-upon-Avon, and we were treated to a lavish 4-course meal with wine. Afterwards, he spent the next few weeks bragging to all his friends about our free trip. It was Dad who had got me into competitions. Every weekend, we'd gather at the kitchen table, spreading out the competition and puzzle pages from all the papers and newspapers. We'd start off with the crosswords and then move on to the slogan competitions and the puzzles. We'd sit for hours with mugs of tea and biscuits until we completed every puzzle. On Saturday evening, Dad would send off our answers, hoping that we'd win. But then Dad began to feel unwell. He went to the doctor, and it was an awful news. He was diagnosed with cirrhosis of the liver. As he became more poorly, the puzzles and competitions provided the perfect distraction so we could spend time together. Our favourite was the celebrity scramble crossword. Each answer provided a letter which spelt out the name of a popular celebrity. Should we start with the crossword? I said to Dad that Sunday. He jumped at it, and we started working on each clue. 11 across is torrential, a downpour of water, I said. Brilliant, Dad replied. So the celebrity must be Jenny Agutter. Your favourite, I teased. Dad loved Jenny, and we'd spend many afternoons watching her in the film The Railway Children. Her character, Roberta, had such a close bond with her father, so the film always reminded me of us. A few weeks later, after a short illness, Dad passed away in hospital, aged 68. I felt lost without him, but I found comfort in the time that we spent together doing our hobby right up until the end. On the day of Dad's funeral, I was about to leave the house in Bournemouth, Dorset, when I heard a thud at the door. As I rifled through the post on the floor, I noticed a letter addressed to me. What's this, I thought. Tearing it open, I found a cheque, and it was for £250. Congratulations, Alison. You're the winner of the Celebrity Scramble competition, the letter read inside read. We'd won the last competition that we did together. I didn't even know that Dad had sent it off, and he'd done it in my name too. I knew it was a message from him. It was his way of telling me that everything was going to be okay. I used our winnings towards a memorial bench for him on the street that he used to live on. Dad was thoughtful to the end, and our shared crossword provided more answers than I ever could have guessed. So, just a very quick one. Just remind people that there's signs out there everywhere, and they will always find a way of letting us know that they are around and easing their passing just a little bit. That's me, Daniel. Pass you over again.
Wow, I only sat there for a closer look. So here I am. All right, so you've seen different mediums and people work. We all work in different ways. Usually my way is a name link, and that's the key to open. So if you know Joe Bloggs, pop your hand up. You may know Joe Bloggs. So unless you're related, they're different Joe Bloggs. All right, where I cut with you, I give you additional information to you. Okay, and I say that because often at DEMS people say, oh, I could have taken some of that. Well, okay, so we can work with that. I'll go for the unusual, the bizarre, something trivial. May seem that to me, but may mean the world to you. Example, did a reading at Grafton, Cambridge, and had a lady, boyfriend up there, not keen on boyfriend here, but I kept hearing bing, 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 bing. So I said, all right, I've got to give you bing, 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 bing. So well, that was his nickname. So whether he had a stutter, it was one bing or it was a really long bing, I don't know, but I gave them all. Had I not given that, then, you know, she would have missed out on that. It's convenient to sort of cut and do reasonably well, or fairly well, one hopes. Then if there's that little thing, that can mean something to you, so give it off. I want to be in the ballpark as well. If we split hairs, or if you're looking for 12 bits of evidence first before you say yes, that can sort of drain the energy, or even I might doubting, and then I'm working unnecessarily, and I possibly might even fudge the evidence, which I think we had newbies, and it was a little bit of that, and somebody was trying to tune in as well from the chair, and it was a strange evening. So the evening went well, people came up. I would have preferred a different evening, but the response was good. But it's all these different things, you know. So yeah, so if we split hairs, if I'm in the ballpark, I'm in the ballpark. The main thing is the message for you, not anything about me. Everybody happy on that? Yeah. You look like Peter Schmeichel. I suppose you've heard that before. This guy here. Yeah. Peter Schmeichel, so you might be able to save me during the during the evening. Right. Everybody got a good memory?
Yeah.
What was I saying? Oh yeah, right. Okay, so rule of thumb, give off what you get. So these are the names. So we'll put the names off and then we'll go to people and see what happens tonight. Okay. So the names I've got so far, I've got a John, Jay or Jan, possibly a Joan and a Jack. I've got Avril or April. I've got a Faye. I've got an old-fashioned name, and in the nicest way, I've got a F-A-N-N-Y as a name, like Craddock, the cook. Yeah. All right. I've got a Val, a Violet. Now the name William, it could be William as a first name or Williams as a surname. I've got somebody that knows Jimmy. Okay. I've got an unusual link with the Jimmy. And also there's a father in spirit, and 29 is important. So 29 the door, 29 the date, or 2nd of the 9th, 9th of the 2nd. So I'll see where the exits are in case nobody.
I can take a bit of that.
All right, you take Jimmy.
No, but
No.
you don't. Oh,
No.
you love that.
Just
Just
look
do
at
it.
that.
No, I can't take Jimmy, but I can take some of the names at the start,
Right.
and I can take 29 as a significant number.
To do with your father.
Good enough as a father.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and would that gentleman be fairly tall, darker hair before any grey, my build but a bit meatier? You know his history?
Not really. I know. We're looking into it. I do know enough.
All right.
Yeah.
Can you take him being from a very big family?
No.
Sure.
He kind of got adopted into the family. that he married
So
into.
siblings around
Yeah.
him, would he have been one of 4, one of 5, or potentially were there 9 in the family?
The family that he married into, there was a lot of siblings. There might have been at least 7 or 8 of them. Yeah.
All right, so for the purpose of the demo, we'll say 9. All right, okay.
I'll take it.
Excellent. I reckon there's 9 if you can look into it.
Yeah, I can try.
All right, the name June or mid-June are significant as well.
Yeah, I can take it mid-June as a day. Yeah.
I want, me personally, 12th, 13th, thereabouts.
More the end of June. Yeah, I'll take it.
Well, it'd be mid-June for me. If it's towards the end, then something 22nd, 23rd, round about there. Okay? All right. And who's Tony?
One of his brother-in-law.
Here or upstairs?
Here.
Here. Right, okay. And who is Jack to you, please?
I could take Joan as well.
Joan is good.
At the beginning, Violet, I literally saw a photo of them the other day together. Came up on Facebook. Take that. I could take Mary related to that.
Oh. With a Mary or Margaret, and potentially a middle name of Anne, I want to put those around a grandmother.
I can take. I'm not sure about that. I can take Anne as a middle name.
Great, and that's to do with.
It's for someone that's here.
Right. Is that mum's side?
No.
Okay, so I'm out. I know that Jack sits around the people, Mary.
I don't know. I'll have to check with Mum.
Have a look. I felt it was your grandparents, but they're around there.
Might be. I've got very few people I can ask now about that side of the family.
All right. Okay. And you have siblings here?
I've got one. Yeah.
Right. Now I've only known you as Dark, so this could be sibling. Your, I'll say father, the gentleman we were speaking about. Granddad.
Yeah, he's good enough.
Mum or dad's side?
Mum's side.
Okay. All right. So granddad.
Mm-hmm.
All right. It's talking about somebody that coloured their hair, but I want somebody that had a lighter hair, like a blonde or.
Yeah, I literally dyed my hair again today because the very light roots were coming through.
Really? Okay, good enough. All right.
Cope with it, and I was like, no.
Okay, so I take it there was some effort involved because
It
he's
was
saying,
because I had to split it into 2 colours.
all right. So he's saying, like,
And I was swearing.
should have known better. All right.
Yeah. I said that it's too harsh. It's black, so I thought I'd even it out a bit.
Has anyone here been to this lady's house? No, a party afterwards, all right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Back at
All
my
right.
gap, let's go.
So for you then, your grandfather's talking about your house being unusual. Okay, little pockets of unusual
The
things.
little pocket of unusual.
Okay, yeah?
Yeah.
Understand, right.
Yeah.
And I'm going to ask your question to give a raise of energy, but also to give the evidence. All right, I'm not going to say there's an old man around your paperwork. I'm going to try and say who it is and give you specifics. All right. Okay, now, can you take, I hope it's a key ring and not literal. Can you take a skeleton? Yeah, brilliant. And do you have something that resembles a coffin? Yeah? All right. Granddad says she's a bit weird, isn't she? Yeah. All right. Good.
Oh, I actually had a coffin. I actually had a 6-foot coffin in my lounge. As a table.
I was tempted to make it a coffee table, yeah.
There you are.
But I don't have a room in my living room.
So we're all a bit weird because I saw one on Facebook that somebody had made, and I thought, oh, shy.
It's so tempting, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's so tempting. Let's get a coffee.
All right, so just you at home? There's other people.
Yeah.
Somebody old enough to make you a drink.
Yeah, they should do. They never do, but yeah.
Right. Your grandfather's talking about you never getting a proper drink or a hot drink.
Yeah, I make a drink and then I always forget it and just drink it cold later on.
Right.
I never get it hot. because I'm
Okay.
always busy doing
Now, in the nicest way, I've only seen you with clothes on. Yeah, I haven't seen. All right.
something else.
Yeah, in the nicest way, right.
Yeah.
But your grandfather is talking about an inking, but I want to go towards the arms.
Mhm.
All right. Talking about needing to finish or complete or change.
It needs touching up. I've got.
All right. I'm not going to look, but yeah, you showed.
No, I can show it. It's
Yeah.
a bit dodgy. It's
Right now, without me looking, is there an area that needs colouring in, or like a flower or an end?
It doesn't need it needs. Yeah. No, it doesn't need tweaking. It needs probably just brightening at some
All right.
point. But
Okay.
it's very painful that I'm not doing it. And my tattoo artist is just retired, so I don't trust him. He drew that on freehand.
All right. Now, and you remember when you got the tattoo and the inspiration behind it. Now, your grandfather is saying you saw something similar in a window, or there was an inspiration to get the thing.
Yep.
All right. He's also saying just as well you didn't look in the chip shop first. All right. Okay. Right. Now, given that you're young, Willow, I would presume your mum is still quite young.
Yep.
So it seems a bit strange. Mum's not here, is she?
No, she's here.
In the room?
No, not in the
Right,
room.
okay,
Not
right.
in the room.
All right.
I couldn't cope with her in here.
All right.
I've got to deal with her Saturday. I've got to deal with her on Sunday. I can't cope with anything else.
Now, your grandfather's talking about your mum being a bit forgetful of late.
Yeah.
Okay. He's helping her to put his mum separate from dad.
Yes and no. I've never met my real dad.
All right.
But she's
Okay.
still with my stepdad.
But separate from real dad.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Your grandfather is showing that your mum, not OCD, but is concentrating on putting things away, like in cupboards and that sort of thing. And is, how shall I phrase it? She's having self-doubt, but she's like reaffirming things by putting it through in her mind, saying, right, that's got to go in there, that's got to go in there, instead of sort of just relaxing on it.
Yeah.
All right.
And someone moved in the house on my dad.
Now, something a bit random. I feel that I'm working sort of with granddad's energy, okay, and I walk into that. I've got one of your drawer, but not drawers, drawer being a bit sticky or on the wonk.
Yeah.
Right. Now, your granddad also shows me a bit of a mishmash of cutlery and stuff. So for me, it's almost like I want to tip the tray over. All right. And your mum's got problems with teeth at the moment.
I've got
You've got at the front, up here?
Yeah.
Oh, a bit further back. All right. Okay. Now, to make this evidence right, at home you have a cuddly toy?
Yeah.
Right. I've got something sort of furry and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There's a small dog in spirit that comes to visit. About the size of a Jack Russell.
Yeah, it might be.
All right. Okay. Now, I take it grandmother, mum's mum is in spirit, and you had an awareness of great grandma.
Yes.
Right. With great grandma, you have similarities to her, and you've seen photos and stuff. All right. Okay. Now, I want to do it with writing, but I know what I'm going to say. The meaning is different. Okay. Your grandfather is talking about scribing. Okay. And an interest in scribing, but he's also writing as we do it. There's a change of spiritual workings or something of interest going on along the spirit front for you.
I work with writing in a lot of different
Right.
ways, and I do psychic writing.
All right. And the scribing is like using clear surfaces and stuff, water or glass or something like that, is my feeling of it. I think some people use sand or other such like.
Yeah,
right.
we've done. We'll do like doodle readings and stuff as well with it.
Right. Why did you change your mind about the seance? Did you think there'd be nobody there, or
What, no one up there, or no one here?
here in the room?
Um,
He's talking about the change in the seance.
no, we've done a couple. Fine with it. He came in and decided to start messing around in there, but apart from that, he was alright.
That's good, but I'm going to say no to you. Should have been an event. Maybe there were 4 or 5, and it changed and got big, or something changed.
I don't know. We did it as an exercising circle, just using like different tools and
Right.
things like that as it. We did have it a while ago where someone did say about wanting to put one on here, using they wanted to do one about trance as well, but they never actually
Right.
came through and actually did it themselves because they wanted to organise it here.
Now, remember I said to you guys about splitting hairs. All right, so with the seance, between 5 and 7 people. You take that?
Yeah, we did have that many.
Right. Your grandfather was around a seance, around about 5 to 7 people, but he spoke about something that changed and he was ready. So possibly what you explained to me, or there was one where you only had 3 or 4.
Oh,
and then
no, I know what you're talking about with that.
All right.
We did have someone, we were doing sort of like using tools and stuff within the circle, and we brought it in for a specific reason, but the person didn't actually come that week.
All right, perfect.
It
All right.
was triggered.
So there we are. So we have a communal.
Yeah, so he just came in to take over.
So we have a communal. Everybody all right if I'd like have a conversation with one rather than go ping ponging? Right, okay. Derek or Dennis?
Only Derek, I know. My mum's friend has just got a dog called Derek.
Right.
2 days ago. His name's Del.
Perfect. All right. So, with your help, we've got established the evidence. So he's around. Now, did you go to your grandfather's funeral or a father-in-law's funeral?
I went to my granddad's.
Right. Now, you had an input. There was a change on a verse or a song.
Yeah.
Right. Says his leg's better. He's not dragging his leg. All right. But interestingly, a few minutes ago, I have to say, watch your hamstrings, thighs. Yeah, because I was getting.
What, like a gargoyle on the floor? That's why.
All right. Well, I was getting pulling there, but
Yeah,
anyway.
because I sit squatted on the floor.
All right.
Weird gargoyle.
Your grandfather showed me the funeral, talking about the funeral, saying his leg's better. He appreciates the input you gave. He's familiar with the Mary we mentioned, so he knows of her.
Yeah, I think
Right.
his sister-in-law.
And he's talking about the money spent or the bill. £35, between 35 and 65. He says 35, but I see 45, 65. Oh no, this is you. It's money you've just spent or a bill. If your shopping was 35, 45. Well, do me a favour, check your purse
Yeah, it's all right.
at the end,
I trust him.
and just say to people, no, it's rubbish. All right, okay? All right, okay.
My mechanic's taking it in for the MOT, so I don't have to worry and do the sort of like the going thing.
All right, and Michael, Mickey is?
Michael is the chairman here.
All
I
right,
don't know if that's right. There's no one granddad side that I know.
is Mikey in the room now?
No.
Right, do people know Mikey, Mickey?
They know Michael, yeah, he was the chairman here.
Right,
Yeah.
would he be a little bit rounded? I've got like a shortness of breath, a bit huffy puffy.
He is that.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So your grandfather's giving good wishes to him. Right. He's saying to you to keep up the good work. So I take it it's from here. Okay. And promoting and keeping up the good work.
Got a lot of jobs to do.
Now, Willow, you drive?
Yes.
All right. Your grandfather's saying watch out for the parking tickets. Okay. Perhaps you park somewhere and time it very tightly so you just get back in time, or watch out for the parking tickets.
Yeah.
Also, I have to say, watch the parking because I've got you a little bit on the squiff. All right. All right.
He's not allowed to comment on that. He's not allowed to talk about driving.
Now he's been around your home and he's been around the area where they're redoing the road or roadworks. Okay. And he's clearly it's not being done as he would like it done because he's saying he could have done better. All right.
Nothing's done properly around here, is it? Wait, could say.
I mean, when things drop in, you just got to give them off,
Yeah.
and this is where you
No,
either.
I know what you're talking about. That when
Right.
you talk about driving, there's a road that I have to drive on every day around here, and they closed it for resurfacing. They only sort of patched slight areas of
Right.
it, and because I kept going down that just before Christmas, my car suspension spring snapped because I was going down those.
Terrible.
And I had a very unexpected bill.
All right. Well, no.
That might have been the bill. It was about £75 for that thing.
Oh, we said between. Did we say 45 to 75 or 65,
Yeah,
something like that? It'll be on the voice recording. Okay. Well, he wishes you well. Now, is there a sister, or should there be a sister?
Me, I don't know.
So you mentioned a sibling.
I've got a brother.
Mum's still here, isn't
Yeah,
she? She's alive.
Mum's an only child.
Right. And in the nicest way, now I'm doing it on gaps here. Would this be the third main relationship or the third husband, third victim, third partner?
For Mum, probably for Mum it probably would be the third main. She was married once before and he was annoying apparently.
Right.
There was my real dad, but yeah, now my stepdad.
I think it's with partner 3. Can you ask your mum whether there was a child that should have been? Okay.
I know my stepdad very well. He literally brought me up, so there potentially might potentially been one.
Have a conversation, because your granddad mentioned sister. When I looked behind you, I counted the gaps, and for me it was like the third.
I don't know. It wouldn't be related to me if it was stepdad.
Yeah, the child would be between the third partner and your mum.
No, that's my brother. There was no losses with them. I think my stepdad, before he was with my mum, might have had a baby.
Right. So it's with the third partner. Yeah. If you have a conversation with him,
Yeah.
so in theory, the child would have been, I don't know, a step or half or something, sister to you. Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Ask and then let me know. So I'm not going to force it on you, but he said sister and I counted.
I will ask.
Yeah. So I count a child that should have been as a child, also a child that lost as a child. All right. And if people have grown up children that unfortunately passed, I see it as a child. I don't see it as an adult. All right. Okay. So happy with that?
Yeah.
Right. So know that grandfather was around you on the funeral. He appreciated your input. I mean, I could talk to you till 5:30, but I know other people.
He's always around. He likes to get involved.
He likes your input. His leg's better. Good luck with whatever tattoo and area you showed there.
Yeah.
All right.
It's fine. It literally just needs updating. But I can tell you now because we've done that. That's my nan's handwriting. That's my granddad's handwriting.
Ah.
So that's his handwriting.
Excellent.
On my tattoo. So that's why he's pointing at that. It's his handwriting on there.
Brilliant. Good luck with the parking. Look for that little. Look for that little bill.
My parking's fine. The 29th is significant because he was born on 29th of February, it's a leap year.
Brilliant. So
that's why I knew it was him, because it's the 29th this year, it's leap year this year.
How I knew that when I got home, I'm on a first floor flat. Now I saw a figure, a shadow, which I thought was a man outside number 29, and he went 29, also like this. So
yeah, that's his big thing, because my granddad likes the fact that where he only had a birthday every 4 years, he counted himself as 21, not 84. And he didn't like it, so that was his big thing.
All right, so clearly he's been desperate to talk to you, and he was around on the seance and all that.
He comes in every single time. He's one of my guides. He works. He likes to come in and get involved with people. He comes in circle and chats to everybody. He's just taking advantage of it to say hello.
Good. All right. So good luck with your scribing, your spiritual work. Good luck with the music event or music system.
Music event, I can understand.
All right. One last bit of evidence to see if this makes sense to you. So I'll give it in. I'll have 3 goes at this. All right. So literally, do you understand somebody that chews tobacco? No. Right. Have you eaten something that resembled tobacco or had the taste of tobacco or had a smoky taste, and you weren't happy with it? Right. Last go at this one. And you haven't dropped loose tobacco anywhere?
My husband's dropping loose tobacco everywhere.
All right, so that's good enough. That I couldn't have got, but he just threw an extra in.
He's an absolute pain, my husband.
Right.
He falls asleep, he's back into it, goes around the bed, right back it in, and it's just absolute nightmare.
All right, so happy on that?
Yeah, I'll take that.
Brilliant.
I'm sitting there thinking, I know some pain about you.
All right, who's next? Let me deal with the Jimmy. Who? Jimmy, right. This is going to be unusual, all right? And you know Jimmy, yeah, who's upstairs, right? And I had somebody in the back of the car, and the name Jimmy came to me, And the next bit of evidence, all right. Do you understand a reference to 3 spades? So, we'll open it. Was Jimmy a card player? Do you have 3 spades or shovels at home that there's a problem? Or is there a pub called the 3 Spades or 3 something and it looks like spades?
No, his dad used to play cards. His dad played cards like in the olden days a lot.
All right.
I know that. Can't confirm any of the other.
Jimmy was fairly young when he went, middle-aged, fairly young, right. So height for the microphone, I've no idea what height that is. It's shoulder height to me. I'm 6'2", right. Okay. If you're a lady, pleasant on the eye. Yeah. All right. Okay.
When he was young.
All right. Okay. Now with Jimmy, I feel that I've lost some weight. Okay, because my trousers are hanging. All right. I feel I'm fed up with things. Can't seem to get a clean break on things. All right. Now, how are you with your dates? We're not on about Bishop Stortford, we're on about calendar.
With Jimmy, I'm not so great with that.
But the general dates.
Yeah.
All right. Now, it almost feels like a nephew relationship. So I need that closeness of somebody that would be like a nephew, that sort of closeness. All right. Do I feel a closeness to you with Jimmy?
I knew him for many years.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's like that's that type of relationship.
Brother, yeah.
All right. Okay. Now he's given me 10. So the 10th October, or at worst, round about the 5th of May. Right. If you check for me, I feel, because he said 10, I feel 10 to 12 on the dates. All right. Okay. So I feel quite serious. I feel as if I would have smoked, but I don't have a cigarette in my hand. Okay. Now, I can tell with his teeth as well. He would have ground his teeth, or his teeth weren't the best. But he talks about somebody around you that grinds their teeth. You. Right. You have a partner at home, somebody in your home. Right. He talks about the noise when you sleep.
Yeah, I used to smoke. I suppose actually I can smoke. He can as well. So there's definitely,
Yeah. Well, I saw weather reports. They thought the storm Hertz had finished, but.
Years ago it was. Definitely.
All right.
Going back, yes.
Okay. All right. Now, he talks about your style at home being relaxed. Okay. All right. But he talks about a chair you should really change, or it's like a comfort chair to you.
There was a chair that I got rid of that I wish I would have kept.
Oh, you have changed it. All right. So I'm slightly out you in, but you understand, right? Yeah. And you have a standard lamp at home? Yeah. Right. Grandmother's mum. So it'd be like a nan to you. Now I've got an Irene or an Ivy around mum or grandma, and an M initial like a Margaret or a May. Have a look, hold the thought, right. I've got you sensing spirit at home, yeah, but it's to do with your mum and your grandma. Now, for me, mum looks young, face-wise looks young, doesn't look her age, but she's taller than your grandma.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Now, I appreciate grandma and granddad's go down in height,
Yeah.
but your mother is considerably taller. Right. Now, do you know who Jack is?
In spirit?
Either.
No, I know Jack.
Right. Now, I take it mum is in spirit.
Yeah.
Right. Mum is talking about visiting you within the last 3 or 4 days. All right. And she's come here on your shoulder. All right.
Yeah.
All right. It's almost like a Vulcan Mr. Spock thing that she's doing there for you. All right. Now, she talks about you talking to yourself. All right. And still making no sense. All right. And talking about you and past regrets and things you wish you should have done. All right. So her advice is we'll just go and do them now. All right. Yeah, definitely an Irene or a Renee. And just to throw it in the mix, this is from me, not your mum, have a look for a Gertrude. Brilliant. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Now, your mum is talking about you changing rings. I think there's 2 rings that have come off that are too tight.
I've lost some weight, so I've managed to put my rings back up.
You've got them back on. Excellent. All right, that's good.
Easy.
All right. She's given you flowers for the 3rd of March and I want the 23rd. March or May on the 23rd, but 3rd of March, flowers.
That was about the time when we buried her ashes, I think.
All right. So she's bringing flowers as remembrance, and obviously there's gratitude there. Oh, you just said ashes, right? Okay.
Yeah.
With her ashes, the place of her ashes, can you understand also either a child or somebody else's ashes, or even a pet's ashes being near her?
No, but there was a big issue with the ashes. We went to bury her. But there wasn't enough room, so we're putting her in. We're doing this, but we thought we for 3.
Right.
One for another child. But that child never passed. But when they dug it, it wasn't big enough, and we just said, get someone in there.
Right, okay, did it very small. So they mentioned about child and the ashes, you filled in the blanks there. All right. Who's Rob? Robert, Bob. Dad's side, brother or uncle to dad or granddad? No back. Bob or Robert, but it's on dad's side. Okay. Now, only got the one dad?
Yes.
Right. Can you take a stepdad or father-in-law in spirit? Right, okay. The father-in-law talks about you and wills, sorting will out, sorting issues out.
Yeah.
All right? Okay. He is saying to you, don't be bullied on things. Do what you feel is right. Okay? All right. Can you remember how long ago he passed without telling me?
Roughly, yeah.
Right. I'm going to take a stab at that. 15 to 25? Yeah. All right. Okay. I was going to say 100, but yeah. All right. 15 to 25. He's talking about an old bingo hall. Bingo balls, lucky balls.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And you used to smoke?
Yes.
Right. Dabbled with player or consulate?
No.
I'm not a smoker, so
His mum used to smoke players. Always had one hanging out.
players were there. Yours I couldn't recognise. I don't know, done it or what. I'm not a smoker, so I don't know. All right, okay. He's saying George
Yep.
sends his regards. Okay, all right. That's the milkman, 2 extra pints tomorrow for you, right? George sends his regards to you. And who is, you said yes to Violet, but who is Violet to you?
My auntie,
Right. Mum's side?
that side.
Dad's side, right, okay. And you remember her?
Yeah.
Right, okay. So I've got quite tight hair with her. I want to go brown or blonde, but I think it's coloured. I also feel at times I may have put a wig or something on.
Not
She's saying you keep your place tidy, but you don't dust the top of things.
that's the opposite. I can be a bit messy, but everything has to be clean. God's that's the opposite. I've got a bit of obsession with cleaning, but I don't mind mess.
You know, I'm going to say no to you. Do you have a sewing table?
No.
I've got a table or a top where I can still see something with a lace or a doily on. No back. Right, we're going to nail this. Can you take a glass ashtray out? Right. Table near there still got dust because she's written "Vi was here," yeah, in it. No back. Go and have a look when you go home, yeah. All right. Got witnesses, yeah. Go and have a look. Everybody go round to the house with white gloves on. All right. Okay. Your stepdad, father-in-law, sorry, is talking about making your mind up, okay? And I've got something like Margaret or Mike involved. I know those are names I've given off. I haven't quite got it right on the names, but Mick, that's good enough. Mike, Mick, yeah, all right, okay. So do what you feel is right on that, okay? Now, how are you with money?
As in, that's the money.
I gave Willow something, a figure, but for you, your father-in-law is showing a figure. I feel it's 350, all right, but take on board 35, but worse £3.50, all right. So I hope that's coming to you and you're not going to spend it. But if you do spend it or get a bill, remember your father-in-law was on it, all right. And in the nicest way, can you take a truncheon, somebody in the police force, in the nicest way?
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
So he's laughing and he's saying, well, it needs to be a bit of law and order around you. So accept his love, all right. Make sure you do the dusting. Know about mum, tall mum, smaller grandma coming in. Good luck with the money that's coming, or bad luck if it's being spent. Happy memories, bingo hall, the thing. Jimmy, obviously, that gave us the introduction. And be interesting if you do find those 3 spades or 3 cards. If you have a pack of cards, tear them up if the first 3 are spades or whatever. Okay. Well, I'll leave that one with you. All right. Okay. Excellent. Right. Anyone else before I spot pick people? Sure. This person in the blue. Sorry. Just test the energy. Your name? That's correct. Yeah, that's good. All right. Okay. And again, it's names I've used, but these are for you. Can you take an Anne or a Margaret? Right. And also get 11. So first of the 1st, November being significant, or the 11th. Right. Again, all right, I've got to say I've got a Michael as well. I've got a grandfather in spirit. I feel a brother to grandfather and somebody that would have felt like a grandfather. Yeah? So three amigos all in cahoots. All right. Now, sorry, your name?
Sandra.
Sandra. Right. Are you friends with Sandra? No? Right. Okay. So, yeah. So perhaps you guys need to team up because your mum's dad, your granddad is talking about mirrors you don't clean round the edge of. Mirrors. Okay. I knew it was mum's dad because the energies just went softer. So we've got the three amigos went softer. Again, as said with respect, okay, you've had readings and been to events before. You take one about 6, 7 months ago. Right. The information, obviously there would have been something good from the evening, all right? But the information given, your grandfather saying wasn't quite right and it caused a little bit of upset, okay? Yeah, all right. He's talking about balance. Now his balance is slightly out, but he's talking about you being out. Okay, and I know that because I'm moving a little bit. I think when we do dance, we forget to look at our bodies and feel bodies, all right? But I can feel it, all right. There's a George for you as well, so again a similar name. And who is Pat? Pat is mentioned, okay? Now to confirm that, Dad upstairs? Right, I want two siblings upstairs with Dad. Oh, no back. I've got one either side of Dad. So brothers or sisters to Dad in spirit. Have a look, remember I've said it, all right? Okay, around there, then you'll find the Pat. I just wanted that for confirmation. All right. Your grandfather said you're too much of a worrier. Okay. Things that never, you worry too much. All right. Got to live life a little bit. Okay. And you've got obviously good friends and people around you. All right. You haven't done it tonight. All right. Not that I've seen, but he's talking about a habit where you keep doing this and asking yourself a question and almost like talking to yourself again. And he's saying, but you already know the answer. You already know the thing. All right. He's giving a memory, potentially him or your grandmother, about doing jigsaws on trays. All right. All right. Great. And if I use that as a symbol, he's talking about you needing to find that missing piece. All right. Okay. He says, life's only difficult if we make it so. There's always a solution. All right? Okay. Nervousness as well with you. All right? Because I feel I'm picking my nails and. All right? You got on with your mum? Right. Okay. So I'm free to speak. Right. Okay. He's saying, again with respect, all right? He's saying you were put down upon. Okay? So, not allowed that voice. I'm aware of, with respect, a terrible singing voice, all right? But he's saying you weren't allowed, all right? He's quite, yeah, he actually said, who gives a hoot, all right? Okay. Talks about it being your time. Now, when you're given something, you have to try and interpret it. So I'll give off and then I'll tell you what I've got and try and make sense of it. Do you feel around you that somebody's been stabbing you in the back? A straight yes or no? Do you have a letter opener like a sword? Right. Was your grandfather, or is there something at home sword-like? So medieval interest? Don't know. Something to do with swords. He's given me a sword.
Yeah.
Right. So you understand that. Okay. He talks as well about you opening up a memory box, okay, to look inside the memory box.
Yeah.
And instead of regret, actually rejoice with some of that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That also makes you part of who you are. Yeah. What's wrong with your curtains at home? Yeah. Who bought the last ones? Your husband. One each. Right. They look short.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I cut them and one's too short.
That's not the best idea.
No,
Right.
no,
Okay.
no.
Were you trying to make another pair or just cut them? Right. He's talking about getting some decent curtains. All right. Treat yourself. Live a little. Let it hang. Yeah. All right. Good. All right. Your husband doesn't drink, does he? A lot. What what was the issue with his balance? What's that? Sorry? Maybe, because if I come in, I know there's a dip here. If I come in here, I feel unsteady. Maybe. Okay, so if you understand that, that's good enough. And he's saying you've still got his shirt. Is it a bed shirt or a shirt? No, shirt, not t-shirt, shirt. No, back. He's talking about is it a pajama shirt or a shirt? Oh, I'm going to say no back. So, right, let's work with this. Oh, you're saying his shirt? I thought you were saying t-shirt, right. No, there's a stripy shirt or something which he keeps wanting to tuck in. It's either too big or a shirt. And he did. Right, I'll go two ways with this. Did you dress him in one of his stripy shirts when he was at rest? Can you look if somebody in the family has a stripy shirt because he's putting on? It might be something similar to the one I've got on. All right? It's a stripy shirt. Okay. Right, a simple message for you. He wants you to roll up your sleeves and just get on with life. All right? Okay? You've mentioned your husband in spirit. I'm sure he'll come through and communicate with various people. This is about your mum's dad, your granddad. Okay, so wish you well on that. He's talking about meat pies. Good luck with your pies. All right, well, good luck with that. Okay, the best I can do on that, on the pie link. All right, brilliant. Okay, anybody on this side of the room then?
Taking in the names that were given out at the beginning?
The first one, John, but he's unlikely to come through because even if he could, he wouldn't because he was stubborn.
Okay, I might work the gentleman give me a message if you're there. Well, we'll try. Okay, arms folded. Can you take somebody that passed in an accident?
Yeah.
Potentially like a motorbike or a vehicle accident, right? Okay. Obviously a grandfather in spirit. Somebody like a dad, father-in-law also, father-in-law, stepfather, or father in spirit.
Grandfathers, really. Only grandfathers, really.
Right, dad alive?
Yeah.
So it's not him. Father-in-law or a stepfather? Can be father-in-law from a previous relationship. Yeah, the listeners are in suspense here.
Father-in-law from a previous relationship still alive.
No, somebody with a father in the.
Father-in-law with the minister.
So all a father-in-law from a previous relationship is in spirit.
No, with now.
Sorry?
Who with now?
I'm not getting that.
Current partner's father is in spirit, but you never met him.
Well, it's a father-in-law, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, all right.
So we were saying could be a previous one, like, don't think that just now.
Hang on, get my mic testing. Right. Difficult, isn't it, if I throw stuff on you? All right. A father-in-law,
Yeah.
granddad in spirit as well.
Yeah.
All right. I feel a gentleman, but somebody that passed in an accident in spirit. Is your current mum and dad on the earth plane?
Only dad.
Dad, right, okay. With father, perhaps you can talk to him. I feel there should have been another one of you here. There's a very close energy, literally just behind you. All right. So a sibling to you or in your immediate circle, child to you in spirit, but they're right behind you. All right. Okay. Now, just by your posture and what I can see, a little bit apprehensive, but I also picked that up from spirit as well. Okay. All right. So the father-in-law who you haven't met, okay, is saying you need to tell people about how you're feeling. Okay. All right. Cross the T's. It seems you've dotted the I's, you need to cross the T's. Okay. All right. He's saying as well about being true to yourself. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you good with DIY and stuff?
Yeah.
Brilliant. He's talking about doors or gates that need fixing. Okay.
Right.
Now, ask your partner on this. Your father-in-law is talking about a saloon bars, wasn't it? Yeah. Now I can just remember these. If you paid 5p more, you went into the saloon bar, which is a bit posher. All right. So, all right. So he's talking about some pubs. I want like the Black Swan, White Horse, that type of thing. So I know he liked to drink. He's saying about you doing things in moderation, but also allow yourself to live a little bit as well. Now, I said about you being apprehensive, but he's showing me anxiousness with you as well. So he's calming you down here. All right. Okay. You said to me, Mum was in spirit. He mentions mother. Okay. But he mentions mother coming to you in a meditation or some form of dream. Okay. All right. He wants you to know she is well and being looked after. Okay. All right. Now, I'm aware, and I saw a little slither come down there by the door. I'm aware sometimes that you see movement or just shapes or the air move. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So like when I was a teenager, I could see like the air, like somebody cutting the air, like a movement. Okay. Some people see elementals, the light, but that's mum and other people just coming through, like dipping toes into this realm. Okay. Now, when I went to a place that wasn't so good, as an example, I could see dimensions in dimensions. So that's I understood then how things came out of mid-air. So I could see like 5 or 6 rooms within the same room I was in. All right, but those type of things are rare, but I could see that. So you're like dipping a toe and coming out when you're ready. All right, because it'd be a shock to see literally in front of you. Now, I wasn't too far off when I said about 15 years for your person. I'm unsure whether it would be 10 or 15 years, but I also get an age of 45 or 54. Does any of that make sense to you? So mum passing within the last 10 or 15 years, or being around the age 40, 45 or 54. How long's mum been gone?
9 years.
49. Right. It's a long time. 45. So her age was probably the distance that she'd passed. So I was out, but the number's wrong there.
39.
Okay, so there's something there. I wasn't quite
Yeah,
on.
no.
I wasn't quite on it, but you would understand. So that's great. Okay, and Charlie is mentioned. Who's Charlie? Charlie, you should know. With your partner, ask them who Charlie is, because Charlie is mentioned by father-in-law. Okay, and I feel Charlie is a young energy. Yeah, I feel they're young and quite lively. With your father-in-law in your family, I've also got a 2-coloured, I think it's a dog, a black and white dog. If I'm wrong and it's a black and white cat, so be it. If it's a zebra, I was miles out. All right.
With us.
Eh?
With us.
I feel in spirit. But if you can take it now, terrific. All right.
Take a grey one.
Brilliant. We'll ask. Brilliant. I'll ask about the other anyway. All right. Yeah. And Jim is mentioned as well. Now, can you understand? We've got a little while, haven't we? 5-10 minutes. Is everybody right for a little bit? Nobody bored? No? Everyone all right? Your father-in-law shows a grave that hasn't got a headstone. It's got a cross or a homemade, something without the proper headstone. Right, and do you know who Julie is on the earth plane?
I know Julie, but it's not really.
All right, so you know Julie.
I know Julie.
With your partner, can you ask if she visits a grave where it's a cross? To me, it doesn't look like a normal headstone. It's like a cross before somebody's recently been buried. It's a temporary cross or it's just a wooden cross.
Right.
Your father-in-law has been around to ask the question and give feedback to Willow. And all right. He wants you to work on your confidence. He says you're doing good. All right, spirit do come in. I feel that mum will become more apparent to you within the next 11 months of the next year. all right? And you will get those coincidences, like Willow was saying at the beginning, all right? And you will get a visual of her, all right? So it'll be something or someone that looks very much like her, or literally you'll get a visual, which would be nice. Example, I went to, I go to the car boots, I help at one, little bit of, buying and selling and buying for myself because of my wage and what have you. And I said to somebody, I think I'll get a mannequin today. Last thing I saw when I was going out, and he had his back to me, his head. And I went over and turned it around, it's a spitting image of my son, and my son's in spirit. And 100%. I'll send Willow a picture, but it's like same thing for you. There'll be evidence of her around you. All right?
Yeah.
And who do you play board games with? This is good actually, because I can feel your grandma or mum's energy now. You have a brother here? Siblings?
No.
Yeah, mum. Right, it's mum's energy. She's talking about somebody cheating at board games. And saying they've got their comeuppance. All right. Okay, so if you had cousins or whoever you played with at Christmas, somebody, all right. She wants you to know her love is still there for you. All right. I haven't got a link to them, but I've got relatives from overseas. There's an overseas link as well for you. All right.
Right.
You're gonna have to look. Ask your dad about it.
Yeah,
all right.
no, I think there is.
And she's talking about a message that you sent up for her, or literally gave on her passing, and she appreciates that. All right. So it's thoughts, a message, or a card that you put. Okay. All right. Well, potentially the words that you've said or thoughts that you've put, a message. All right. Or if you did a picture or whatever it was, it's appreciation for you. So I'm not playing on your emotion, but she's talked about the message. All right. Accept her love. Look for more evidence of her. No father-in-law is keeping an eye on you. Ask your partner about those other bits, and bit of belief, and stand your ground on things. All right. Okay. Happy on that?
Yeah.
All right. The awkward one. Yeah. I can't remember the name. John, was it? Joan. John. Right. Okay. We're having a bit of a sex change there. So right. John. Joan. Sorry. Joan. Joan. Oh God, I've had it now. Let me have a drink. Right. Oh, this was the first one there because I saw the wheel and stuff. Right. Okay. What I'm doing now, I'm staring. Your name? Linda. So I'm staring at Linda now. So everybody stare at Linda. Now, pressure's off me now. Right. I'm just going into your and looking what's around you. All right. I'm sensing a blue chair. No, I'm just having a look around. Obviously, a mum, grandma in spirit. With mum or grandma, I want two siblings there. All right. Okay. Right. You have brothers and sisters here, yes?
One sister.
Here should be more of you.
Yes, should have been, but there wasn't.
Right. So I pick up on 3, and potentially I've also got another 2 in spirit. 2 children. So for you, should have been 3 of you, siblings, but there's also 2 children in spirit.
No, not that I'm aware of.
No, back. Right. You accept the sibling in spirit. Right. Granddad or dad, one of three, one of five, either of them.
I'm not sure about Granddad. Dad was 4.
Four.
Mm.
Okay, family history, it's 2 children in spirit also. Okay, because on that side I can see, on dad's side I know there's 2 there. So have a look. When I kept being told I had a brother in spirit for years, I said no, no, no. And then I asked my dad, and he said, yeah, your mum lost one at 8 months. And for, I think she told me last year, so 50 odd years, she never told me. And I kept getting it, so it could be similar for you. All right. Okay, now I've got flower names in spirit for you. So I do have a rose, I have an ivy. It would be lovely if we had another violet, but I don't know on that. But I've got a lily or lilian as well. All right. I've got a very, I don't know if the word eccentric is right, grandmother on mum's side, very lively, creative. She talks, and I feel light or blonde hair before any grey. Okay. Now, if we look at styles, you see that gentleman there? Her hair was nothing like that. Yeah, I'm right. Yeah. Okay, brilliant. So very creative. Now, she's talking about your creativity being suppressed at the moment. You need to get back in on it. All right. Now, do you have a thing for budgies or birds?
No, did have
Right.
a while ago, yeah, but not now.
All right. So she's showing me images and pictures of those. All right. I've got it more on clothing, but she shows me images of those. A bit like, say, a parrot or something, a little bit cooped up. You need to spread your wings. All right. Needs, again, another person putting yourself first. Maybe you need that cheap trill. Thank you, everybody. Right. Okay. How good's your memory?
Not bad.
I'm going to say 3 or 5 years ago. If it's 3 or 5 months, terrific. If it's 3 or 5 days. She's saying on a major thing for you, on a trust issue and development of a relationship, 3 to 5 years ago, you were right. Okay? All right. So good on you. She's saying you were right on that. Now, you've done something similar to this, or had a look at either classes or future readings or something like that. Yeah? All right. She's saying you've still got the power to help people. All right. When the moment's right, you've still got those words of wisdom. All right. Now, can I ask a personal question? Is that all right? All right. Now, are you without partner? As a partner being put to a side? Right.
No, partner in spirit.
In spirit. Okay. Saying about you still needing a rest. Okay? All right. Now, you're far enough away not to hit me with that. All right? Okay.
Oh, it's my lightsaber.
All right. Now, with you and your partner, were there indifferences or were you a little bit chalk and cheesy?
Chalk and cheese.
All right. And I say that because when I linked to the partner, I just felt a difference. They were just apart. I felt different. I didn't feel your energy with, okay, all right. And
I
how,
don't like that.
all right, but chalk and cheese, close. How long
How long were we together?
has he gone?
Oh, about 7 years.
All right, so we're going to have
7 years in 5 or 6 days.
I would have guessed at about 11. Now, there's a wonderful medium called Stephen Holbrook who hears as we speak, and he's very good. He'll say, who's lost somebody like a father in the last year, and he's really accurate. And I thought, oh, I'd love to do that. I just get a like little feelings. I'll ask your question, and one hopes it can sharpen me up. So it would have been a few years out, but okay, I'm sure he's being looked after. Now, traditionally, our grandmothers and stuff are quite spiritual, and I'm aware of your saying that you had a gift and be into this type of thing. All right. Your grandmother's saying that you've been very careful with money. Bit tight. Careful with money. Okay.
Generous when I've got it, but careful,
All
which
right.
is why I've got it.
And she's saying there was a need to do it. Now I get this with home expenses, I don't know, possibly your funeral, etc. All right. But she says, what a waste. What a waste. You couldn't sort of enjoy it. It was good. You're sorted, but time to make that trip, time to make that pilgrimage. All right. Okay. Now, if you're going to Mecca, forget the bingo hall. Go abroad. Live a little. All right. Okay.
I'm off in next month.
All right. Brilliant. Okay. So I'm pleased you're going. All right. It's got memories of you. Okay. Give me an elephant and stuff. So one assumes circus, or someone called Nelly or whatever. But she has those fond memories of you. Now she talks about a tin that you still have. Yeah.
Funny story, my husband used to collect tins, and I got rid of about 10,000.
10,000 tins.
And I've still got some.
Wow.
Believe you me, up in my loft, there's 32 boxes packed up, and that's tins in tins in tins in tins in
Wow.
tins. And the person who bought the rest said, well, if you can sort them out, I'll buy them as collections. But that means I've got to unpack all 32 boxes, empty every tin out, and group them in.
Well,
So that I gave myself this.
but if you feel the need or it feels right, then go for your grandmother is on about one that either had stamps in or has got patterns of stamps on, or there's stamps inside, and there's value to that. Have a look.
I can't think of one with stamps on, not off the top of my head.
To me, it looks like stamps on it. If they're not on it, they're in it, but there's value to it. All right.
I'll get the kids to go through all the ones that I've got left.
Have a decision. Have a look. If you're hanging on to the tins, you might get a visit from the Wizard of Oz or something like that. All right. And bizarrely, of all the things I'm given from your husband and from your grandparents, they're giving me some chops for you. All right. Okay. So make of that what you want. All right.
I've got a friend who's a butcher.
Brilliant.
Quite often get a nice little parcel. Something.
Great. So the lady can identify with that. So we know they're around you. Maybe treat yourself, have a meal of remembrance for your husband. I'm getting passings in July and August as well. Anniversaries.
July anniversary, yes.
17th-ish, 23rd-ish. Yeah. She's smiling. It was the first. I was rubbish. All right.
It would have been my golden wedding this
Perfect. All right.
year.
So go and see your butcher, get your chops. All right. Have a meal of remembrance. No, I'm sure your partner is being looked after. Wishing you well on your trip. Okay. Good luck with all your tins. And a little bit of homework for you to look for those two children and know that your sibling is fine.
I haven't really got anyone to ask now.
Well, if another medium gives it to you, then
So you're
no,
going to come back next time and be like, right,
no,
I've
you've
got
had
questions for you.
confirmation. All right.
There might be,
Okay.
yeah.
We'll see if we can do a couple of quick ones in the middle then, if that's all right. Everybody all right? Yeah, time and
Yeah.
sure. All right. There we go. Lady at the back? All right. Mum-in-law in spirit? Yeah. A sister or sister-in-law in spirit? No, back. Right. Can you take a sister to mum and a sister to nan in spirit? Right. I've got May and June as names, or May. That's your, or yeah, great. Also got the dates of the 4th and the 16th. No, back. Mid-April for you. Between 11th and 16th. You'll remember mid-April though when you get home and look. All right. I've got a father in spirit. Okay. I think I may have had some stiffness to the legs. I feel my type of build, and I feel darker before any grey would have come through. All right. Now, your father had siblings. Yeah. Now, I feel potentially 1 of 4, 1 of 5, because I'm on one hand. And if I'm wrong, potentially 9, or should have been 9. And see, I'm giving the lady a chance to answer and giving you actuals.
To my knowledge, he only had one brother, but he did have an adopted sister.
1, 2, 3.
No others. Both his parents
I'm going to say no to you and say one more. Okay. So if a medium says about another, I don't know if you can do some homework, because he did this to me. So
I haven't got anybody on that side I can ask.
remember I've said it.
Oh, well, yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. And June and Jack are?
Another Jack, another June.
All right. Okay. So we'll stick with June. I feel June is a lady, but we'll stay with June as calendar dates. All right. And Jack as well. All right. 4. Right. How many siblings do you have? Yeah, there's more upstairs. All right. Okay. I see 2 energies on your shoulder. All right. Now, because they're here, I take them as siblings. I feel there should have been 4. If they're directly something like children, it would be unusual for them to be there, because I don't see them centrally above your head, but there's children there that watch over you. All right. Okay. Now, I mentioned about your dad's stiffness in the legs. I feel just a little bit stiff. All right. I don't see great age to him, but I don't get an age. All right. I feel I'm quite savvy. I'm quite with it. All right. You sort of look blue in the eyes, but I feel Dad's eyes are different colour to yours. All right. Now, can you take an issue with chest or around the mouth, around the head area with Dad? Chest, right. Because I saw like a yellowness there. All right. He's saying somebody should have given up smoking. He's throwing cigarettes away. Okay. All right. Somebody around you has cut down on the drinking.
Yes.
Yes?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. So how many of me do you see? I'm joking, right? All right. Somebody's cut down on the drinking. Okay. Right. Now, because it's actuals, I'm giving actual evidence. So hopefully this is correct. He's saying that you've been flummoxed a bit recently, okay, with, it's almost like somebody having a flipboard out and writing things down, so all legislation, written stuff recently, all right? He's trying to give you help to make it clear, all right? He's also saying he wished you'd watch something decent on telly, all right? Okay. So if he's old school, he would have liked the football or the news, that type of thing. But he says you need to challenge yourself a bit up here, okay? All right. He likes what you do in the community, so for other people, okay? And a bit like our friends there and here, a bit more for yourself. All right. He's been around your dad in June and in October. Right. Now, do you mind if I ask a question? Because your dad's saying something to me and I just want to... Right. Have you, all this in the nicest way, yeah? Have you ever proposed to somebody? Right. Has a partner been challenged in the handsomeness department for you?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. What the dad gave me was like a frog. Okay. So I'm thinking leap year, or, you know, you have to kiss the frog to make the prince. All right. But he's saying about the gentleman having a good heart. So good choice. Right. He's not happy with your sugar or your body's reaction to sugar. Okay. So take heed, maybe make adjustments. If it's diabetes, then good luck. Yeah, if it is, just make those little adjustments. All right. He's keeping an eye on you. And would I be correct in thinking that you had black hair at some stage? You're nice purple. All right. Well, he preferred the black hair. So, all right. I don't know who Sally is or Sarah. Sarah is mentioned.
Are they spirit or here?
Just had names.
Sarah here.
If they're here,
Yeah.
all right. Well, that's good. Okay. All right. And I'm aware of a Navy link with you because I get ropes into knots. Okay.
I'm not aware, but I can look that.
If you can look it up. All right. Okay. He wishes you well. Okay. Says his head is better. He's still keeping an eye on you. There's plenty more coming, but he thought he would make his entrance tonight. Okay. Happy with that? Yeah. That's it. Just one quick one, if that's all right, literally. I know people want the loo and a quick cuppa. Madam, blonde? All right. Bear with me. All right. Lady at the back. Have your voice? You. Yeah, for the purpose of the mic, there was a lady in the back row. Well, there is a person behind you, but you can't see them. All right, so have your voice? All right. Okay. Now for you, madam, can you understand siblings, children in spirit? All right. You would understand two. So on a sibling basis, can you understand there should have been 4 of you, or with children? Now, I say that because in standing in front of Madam, there's like energy areas, and I'm counting the energy areas. All right. I have somebody like a mum. Could be a a mother-in-law or somebody like a mum in spirit. All right. Okay. Now, you've got nice long hair. Okay. This lady's hair is a bit thicker, a bit coarser, and I feel more brown. You're nice and blonde, but more brown. Okay. Well made up, good skin like yourself. Okay. All right. And nobody's full. All right. Okay. Now, this lady liked to wear hats, and I go on the mother link. She's good at the crafting, so she would have done well looking after a lady over here. All right. Now, you bake at home. Yeah. In the nicest way, would you say you have a heavy hand?
Used to.
Right. Okay.
Used to.
Your mum's talking about your cakes. I think Eddie the Eagle would have done well on them because they sort of slant. Yeah.
When I was younger, I cooked a load of cakes for Christmas. My dad said we could use them as bricks.
Right.
I am better.
Okay. Talked about the oven that was replaced. Okay, your mum. All right. But said it's perseverance as well. Now, she gives me a ring, but I feel it's a man's ring, or it's quite a ring with shoulders at home that you feel and get energy from. Okay. Now, if you can't put it on your fingers, perhaps maybe wear it and get the energy from it. All right. You still have your mother's hairbrush? Your sister. All right, because there's still some of your mum in there. All right. Okay. She likes a little bit of sparkle and laughter you bring to proceedings. All right. She's saying don't trip up on the carpet. All right.
Yeah.
Got it? All right. Okay. And also, bizarrely, and I can't see your feet, she's talking about needing to paint all your toenails. Understand?
Yeah.
So for the purpose of the mic, the lady's not painted all her toenails, so you can show your feet to everybody afterwards. All right? Okay. Now she's talking about when you were smaller, a wishing well, throwing money into the wishing well, and saying some of your wishes and dreams have come true. She hasn't been there to share all of them with you in person, but as spirit and energy, she's watching over you now. All right. She says you need to guide your siblings as well. Now, you have a partner in spirit? Would you like him in spirit? I've got somebody that feels like a partner that was in spirit. Okay, so I'll just move the energy a little bit. Your mum is talking about somebody. I want a partner relationship, somebody that you're close to. Could do with a few lessons in the driving department. Yeah? All right. So if he's alive now, that's terrific. He's obviously improved. Okay? Right. She's talking about an invitation for you going back to school. All right. So look for an event that's at a school, or if somebody says a course you quite fancy, or if you want to do some life, you're thinking of doing it, life drawing, pottery, whatever floats your boat, she's going to be there giving you a hand. Yeah? All right, watch out for the pottery wheel as well. Okay? All right. Yeah. She misses the laughter and the gaiety you brought to proceedings. She wishes you well. She's glad your throat's clearing up. Now you've told me your partner's alive, which is terrific. Give him some guidance on his driving. Good luck with the lunch in March. So it's either March has gone, there was a family thing, or March is coming up. Good luck with the lunch in March. Yeah? About the 12th or 21st? Not too sure on the dates. All right, if I'm out with the dates, look for it being at 12 o'clock. That would fit nicely. All right, but she's going to come along to order an extra portion and Angel Delight. All right? Okay. Talking about you putting the photo albums together, getting them sorted, appreciates the laughter, appreciates like our friend over there, what you wrote in her card. The gentleman was young, but you were obviously older in the card. Get that sewing needle out again. Glad you're getting out and about, a bit more fitness with you. Good luck with the driving partner. Know your siblings and children are around you. Glad the throat's improved, and take a love. So I didn't get round to everybody, and thank you for the extra time. I hope that was of interest and not too boring. I tried to give you evidences. Thank you for you two ladies. Perhaps next time, if I get an invite, I'll try and come to you. So I hope that was of interest, and thank you for your time and energy. Okay, yeah. Great Spirit, we thank you for the evidences tonight. We thank you for the laughter and the unity. I ask in the oncoming weeks, can you help and guide us on our spiritual pathway? Can we help those in need in the correct way? In your guidance, can we take our learnings further? Can we feel your presence around us? Can we ask for some healing, for some to remain within this building to help people that come, and for the healing book? For some, for us, for our needs, and to help in that guidance. And for any of the energy that's left over, can it go around the world to help man, lady, beast, Mother Nature itself? We thank you for your help tonight in giving us those evidences. We ask you watch over us, but please accept our thanks and our love, and pass those on to our loved ones also. Thank you. Amen.